What if everything you knew about Natalie Harp was only half the story? Natalie Harp, born 1991, is an American political aide and former television presenter who has served as the executive assistant to the President of the United States since 2025. In 2019, Harp received attention after praising President Donald Trump for signing into law a federal right-to-try law that she said had saved her life. Trump invited Harp to serve as a member of the advisory board for his 2020 presidential campaign and to speak at the 2020 Republican National Convention. Harp worked for the far-right television channel One American News Network from 2020 to 2022. In January 2025, Trump named Harp as his executive assistant to the president. As his assistant, Harp has managed Trump's Truth Social account and was responsible for several controversial posts using his account. Natalie Harp was born in 1991. Her father was a real estate broker who founded a consultancy for travel companies. He completed suicide in July 2020. Harp was raised in California. By 2017, Harp had become vocally critical of healthcare in the United States after she began suffering from health issues, particularly chronic pain and complications incurred by a medical error involving intravenous therapy for stage 2 bone cancer. In a 2019 interview on Fox News, she praised Trump for signing into law a federal right-to-try law that she claimed allowed her to access experimental treatments, which she credited with saving her life. However, the Washington Post cast doubt on Harp's story, citing experts that noted the law's limited scope and reporting that 2 months before the law was signed she had already made public comments about receiving the new treatment. Trump invited Harp to speak at the 2020 Republican National Convention. Her speech compared Trump to George Bailey, the protagonist of It's a Wonderful Life, 1946, leading to criticism from the family of the character's actor, Jimmy Stewart. By that month, she had become a member of the advisory board for Trump's 2020 presidential campaign. In 2020, Harp began working as a presenter for One American News Network, a far-right television channel, promoting false claims of fraud in the 2020 presidential election. Harp is reported to claim she supports conspiracy theories related to attempts to overturn the 2020 United States presidential election and that Trump defeated Joe Biden in that election. In April 2022, she left the network amid an exodus after DirecTV refused to carry the channel. Harp has posted to Truth Social on Trump's behalf, including a post that announced he had received a target letter in the election obstruction case, surprising other aides. In May 2024, an unidentified staffer used Trump's account to repost a video of faux newspaper headlines which hypothesized a Trump victory and included the term Unified Reich. According to The Bulwark, that staffer was Harp. Aides who spoke to the New York Times called Harp a conduit and an instant enabler of his impulses. In his book All or Nothing, 2025, the journalist Michael Wolff described Harp as a gatekeeper. Harp's access to Trump allowed people to send her damaging clips of their rivals. In November 2024, after Trump won the 2024 presidential election, the New York Times wrote that Harp was set to serve in his administration. That month, she posted a message sent to Trump by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky that was intended to be private. In January 2025, Trump appointed Harp as his executive assistant to the president. During the 2026 alleged Iranian plot to assassinate Donald Trump, Harp was described by the Times as among the lucky few who were removed from Air Force One during the Air Force One swap incident, where Trump and others were evacuated in secret from the aircraft via a cargo food container. In August 2026, The Washington Post also reported that Harp was among a handful of close aides who had accompanied Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth onto an airplane that was used in place of Air Force One in a secret plan to protect Trump from an alleged Iranian assassination attempt, while other senior government officials remained on Air Force One despite the reported threat. Harp's presence on the plane was noted by Georgia Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff in a criticism of Trump and his administration at a campaign rally held in Atlanta. Trump remarked that Harp was the only aide who cared about him after his arraignment in connection with the Georgia election racketeering prosecution, according to The Times. The paper additionally reported on a series of letters Harp sent Trump in 2023 that unnerved people in Trump's inner circle, citing phrases such as, "You are all that matters to me," and I Want to Bring You Joy. Harp does not take days off from her role with Trump and is by his side daily. Her proximity to Trump concerned White House aides. If this gave you chills, hit like and subscribe. A new documentary drops every week.